Good morning. On December 19, 2021, natural disaster including major floods in several states and claimed around 61,000 victims live. The floods occurred following 2 days of continuous heavy rain, resulting in several areas in Hulu Langat, Kuala Langat, Shah Alam, Klang, Hulu Selangor, Kuala Selangor, Petaling, and Kuala Lumpur in the Klang Valley, as well as Bentong, Mentakap, and Termaloh in Pahang to be submerged underwater. The effect was total devastation. It was like a tsunami hit the flood victims. Thousands of people were evacuated to relief centers. The aftermath of the floods was more heart-wrenching, with some victims returning home to see their house gone. Dozens of families lost their homes and other belongings, including vehicles which were either submerged in the floods or swept away by the current. According to Environment and Water Ministry KASA, Secretary General Datuk Seri Dr. Zaini Ujang, the heavy downpour that lasted over 24 hours in late December 17 was equal to the average rainfall for a month, which was a 1 in a 100-year weather event. Klang Valley was in shock. The people were not prepared to face a natural disaster of this magnitude. Agencies that generally deal with such adversity were lost, not knowing how to react. In this scenario, many do not cover natural disasters such as floods and landslide for their property, including homes and motor vehicles. Thus, their financial position becomes more complicated when hit by unforeseen incidents such as floods. Executive Director of Stable Vision Corporation Sendirian Berhad, Richard Low, said natural disaster coverage had long been offered to customers, but many did not subscribe to the coverage due to additional premiums that needed to pay. For more information, I'll leave it to my colleague to explain the function and benefit of insurance to flood victims.
Hi, I am Raja Siti Hajar binti Raja Muhammad Yusof. Next is the benefits of insurance. First, the benefit is peace of mind. The peace of mind effect that insurance offers can apply to all forms of insurance that help reduce anxiety about what could happen in the future. For instance, in the wake of severe weather or any type of devastating incidents, your first thoughts will naturally turn to the security of your pets and loved ones. So you also want to know that your property is safe to inhabit after the storm has passed. As all this is happening, both time and energy are in limited supply. Therefore, staying protected with flood insurance gives you peace of mind in case of an emergency or unexpected incident. The next benefit is invisible earnings, which is the earnings from abroad contribute to the balance of payments as a result of transactions involving services rather than sale and purchase of goods. The last one is social benefits. As you all know, insurance is a part and parcel of society today, which is insurance help reduce the burden of uncompensated accidents victims and the uncertainty of society. Furthermore, insurance rescues many people in the society who are rendered destitute through misfortune, so that they are able to maintain the standard of living due to high returns. Therefore, this could lower the ideals and standards of conduct of entire communities. The second one is loss control. Loss control is a form of risk management that reduces the potential for losses in an insurance policy. This requires an assessment or a set of recommendations made by insurers to policyholders. So, the insurer may conduct a risk assessment before providing coverage. For example, in the context of flood risk, loss prevention could include the building and improvement of levees and seawalls and certain other aspects of floodplain management. Hence, loss reduction encompasses measures to reduce the severity of a loss after it occurs. The third benefit is investment of fund, which is a life insurance plan that combines investment and protection. The premiums that you pay provide you not only with life insurance cover, but part of the premiums will also be invested in specific investment funds of your choice. As a policyholder, you can choose how to allocate your insurance premium towards protection and investment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anis Nabila Betty Jamlus. I will explain about the primary functions of insurance. The first function is risk transfer mechanism. Insurance acts as a risk transfer mechanism where the insured, in exchange for protection, pays a sum of premium to the insurer and transfers the responsibility of loss or damage to the insurer. Second function is to provide protection. It is to provide protection against future risk, accidents, and uncertainty. Insurance cannot check the happening of the risk, but can certainly provide for the losses of risk. Third function is collective bearing of risk. Insurance is a device to share the financial loss of few among many others still opines. Insurance is a means by which few losses are shared among longer people. All the insureds contribute the premium towards a fund, and out of which the persons exposed to a particular risk is paid. Fourth function is evaluation of risk. Insurance determines the probability volume of risk by evaluating various factors that give rise to risk. Risk is the basis for determining the premium rate. Fifth function is to provide certainty against risk. Insurance is a device which helps to change from uncertainty to certainty. And the last primary function of insurance is spreading risk. Insurance is the device for spreading or distributing risk. As we all know, our country was hit with a sudden and worst flooding in years. With insurance, flood victims can lessen the loss they have faced during and after the disaster.
I will explain the secondary functions of insurance. There are 6 types of secondary functions of insurance that all people have to know. First, release funds otherwise tied up in reserve, which means business companies and individuals that are affected by the flood do not need to freeze their capital to protect themselves from losses if they have insurance. The fund will be accessible for investment whenever it was announced. Second, stimulate business enterprise. Many business enterprises that were built in the flood area could not have started without transferring many of their risks to the insurers. Thirdly, reduce fear and worry. Insurance gives businesses and individuals peace of mind by removing the fear and worry of losses because of the flood that happened recently. The elimination of fears and concerns help in the establishment of confidence and the planning of economic activities in the future. Fourthly, reduce losses. Insurance helps to reduce losses of all affected both in frequency and severity through the actions and recommendations in risk assessment activities. Fifthly, the insurance function is to encourage savings. In addition to protection, insurance acts as a means of committed and systematic saving due to payment of regular premiums. The insured will get the lump sum amount of the maturity at the maturity of the policy contract. So, those who were affected by the flood did not have to worry about their savings if they apply for the insurance. And lastly, insurance companies are also responsible to offer social benefits. The people of the society that were affected were exposed to a number of personal risks due to their accidental death, unemployment, disability, etc. Such events bring such serious economic problem to the individual and his dependents. In such circumstances, insurance is considered as an effective measure to minimize such social problems. For this, insurance provides financial compensation against the losses due to flood.
And finally, indirect functions of insurance. Insurance can be investment of funds. The common pool accumulates large funds which insurers hold as custodians, and they will invest these funds in the public and private sectors to earn profit. Insurance provides capital to the society. Accumulated funds are spent in active networks, and the shortage of capital of the company is reduced to a greater degree with the aid of insurance investment. The investment and loans of the insurers support the industry, the company, and the customer. Next is invisible exports. Insurance promote invisible exports, such as providing insurance coverage to other countries. An invisible export is any services provided by residents of a country which causes money to come into the country. For example, residents of foreign countries visiting Malaysia for tourism, applying for medical tourism, which includes insurance coverage to protect them against loss while travelling. And finally, source of employment. The insurance industry in Malaysia has created various categories of employment opportunities. By having a different course also can fit in the insurance industry. Job scopes in the insurance industry includes underwriter, loss assessor, adjuster, actuary, examiner, and investigator.
In conclusion, it is crucial to have insurance cover for natural disasters such as flood, earthquakes, storm, lightning strike, and the others referring to the insurance policy. People without insurance have lost everything they have during such as event, forcing them to go through the challenging task of rebuilding their life. Insurance has a primary function in transferring the risk to the insurer. For secondary function, the insurer can release funds otherwise tied up in reserves, stimulate business enterprise, reducing fears and worry, reduce losses, encourage saving, and offer social benefits. Insurance has indirect function as an investment of fund, invisible export, and source of employment. Lastly, insurance gives benefit. We are insured. We have peace of mind, loss control, social benefit, investment of the fund, and invisible earnings. So, it is wise to purchase insurance that protect them from losses from a natural disaster, so that the insurance company will reimburse the losses and damage incurred during such event. That's all from me, Zulaika. Thank you.